Welcome back to Mael's luxury auto, the 2026 Chevrolet Chevelle SS. For years, fans lusted for the return of this American icon. Now, whispers are swelling into roar, renderings, speculation, and prototype camo have crash-landed into the modern muscle conversation, despite Chevrolet offering not a single official whisper of confirmation. That tension between fact and fiction is what makes the Chevelle's potential revival so electrifying. The mood is fevered with rumor. One source projects a tiered powertrain lineup, a turbocharged 2.7-liter inline-4 pushing around 325 horsepower at the base, a naturally aspirated 6.2-liter V8 delivering a stout 455 horsepower, and a supercharged 6.2-liter LT4 V8 tipping the scales north of 650 horsepower. With a rear-wheel drive setup and the choice between a crisp 6-speed manual or a lightning-fast 10-speed automatic, Chevy's 0 to 60 time could land near a blistering 3.5 seconds, with potential top speeds eclipsing 190 miles per hour. Those figures channel the demon-hard edge of a street-legal dragster that carries itself with stadium-shaking confidence. All of this remains speculative, though General Motors has yet to formally confirm any of it. Step closer, and the design whispers as fiercely as the motor might roar. Renderings and spy shots show a Chevelle that honors its heritage: long hood, fastback contours, and sculpted fender curves, while wrapping them in razor-sharp LED headlights and a grille that's as modern as it is menacing. Slim, technologically lean taillights stretch across the rear, calling back to the past but executed with laser precision. Blacked-out grille details, aggressive stance on fat 20-inch wheels, and dual-mode exhaust that balances civility and savagery all signal a car that's as comfortable cruising the boulevard as it is scorching the strip. Inside, the hope isn't just for raw horsepower, but a cockpit built to excite. Seats with the kind of bolstering that grips like a vice, perhaps Recaro, with contrast stitching and SS branding. A flat-bottom steering wheel for sharper grip, digital gauge cluster alive with torque meters, boost readouts, and customizable performance data. A generous touchscreen, rumored to measure around 13.4 inches, bundles GM's latest infotainment, complete with wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, voice control, and premium audio. It's muscle, yes, but it's mindful of the tech-obsessed driver of today who wants power without forsaking convenience. Pricing whispers are as varied as the renderings themselves. Some guess a base model may begin near $38,000, while more performance-focused SS trims would climb toward $52,000, and the top-flight supercharged versions could push beyond $75,000. Another set of estimates suggest a base around $55,000 and fully laden variants stretching toward $80,000. Either way, it would position the Chevelle squarely in the exchange rate crosshairs of Ford's Mustang Dark Horse and Dodge's Challenger SRT. When might you drive one? If these rumors are rooted in anything, the Chevelle could debut by late 2025, possibly at SEMA, or sneak out at a private Chevy event. Deliveries might then begin in early to mid-2026. But again, none of this carries the weight of official confirmation. For some voices, the Chevelle's return remains purely firefog and fantasy. GM authority bluntly calls the buzz "ice slop," stating that General Motors has no plans whatsoever to resurrect the Chevelle, that the vivid images and powertrain ideas sweeping the internet are AI-generated fantasies, bolstered more by nostalgia than engineering documents or boardroom decisions. Yet, even if the factory doesn't follow through, the hunger doesn't disappear. Companies like Trans Am Worldwide are filling the vacuum with their 70 SS conversions. Take a modern Camaro. Rebodied to channel the Chevelle's classic proportions, and infused with engine steering from 450 horsepower LT1s up to 800 horsepower supercharged variants, or even mind-blowing twin-turbo monsters pushing over 900 horsepower. These builds cost serious money and remain boutique curiosities, but they underscore the emotional stakes and market potential of a modern Chevelle. The Chevelle in the digital ether now serves as a lightning rod for enthusiast dreams. It could be more than just a halo for nostalgia. It could anchor Chevy's muscle segment in the fiercest part of the performance battleground. But to truly land as something more than vapor, it has to hit not just with power and presence, but with authenticity, V8 passion, retro future design that feels sincere, and enough modernity to justify six figures in muscle car currency. Even if it never reaches production, the Chevelle myth is alive and dancing across renderings and rumor boards. It's muscle car fandom made virtual, want distilled into pixels, longing for a ride that might never return. And that, in itself, is its own kind of legacy.